Hello, folks. We're here live with Rock and Bear NFL Week 15 for What Do You Think? Hey, Rock, how you been?
I've been really good. How about you?
Can't complain.
Alrighty.
Starting us off this week with Thursday night game, we have the LA Rams going to see Seattle. 16 points decides this game, Rock. Seattle, I think, will be the favorite here. 16 points is a lot, but I'll take them. Rock, what do you think?
Well, I think that after Seattle getting whooped up on by Green Bay, that this is a national TV game. They're 6-0 at home. I'm figuring 16 points is a piece of cake. I'm going with Seattle.
Sure, so we're the same on that game.
Alrighty.
Seattle, that sounds like a good one. Miami, going to see the Jets. Without Tannehill, Matt Moore has a lot on his shoulders. The Jets, I don't know if they have what it takes at home. It will be cold. I'll take Miami here. I think they'll find a way to rush the win. Rock, what do you think?
Well, Petty's look better.
Yes.
The Giants are actually getting 2.5, which I can't quite figure out without Tannehill. You're right. I've got to take in the cold weather a team that's used to the cold weather, and that would be the New York Jets.
Awesome. We're split. It should be an interesting one. Another game that should be cold. Green Bay going to see Chicago. Soldier Field will be chilly. 6.5 points. I don't think it's enough. I think Green Bay will win by double digits to have a lot more to prove here. Green Bay is my pick. Rock, what do you think?
Well, this is a mighty hard pick simply because Barkley's been coming on. Of course, he's from USC, so he's going to not like that cold weather. That's for sure. Green Bay's on a roll. They keep winning. They're coming off a big Seattle win. This is a rivalry. 6.5 a lot. I got to lean towards them. Take Green Bay.
Okay, I think the momentum will be the deciding factor. They're right in that high right now. Green Bay for sure. Jacksonville going to see Houston. Houston surprised me last week. I'll take Houston this week. Jacksonville just doesn't have it for me still this season. Houston's my pick. Rock, what do you think?
Well, Houston rushed for 185 yards.
Ooh.
That helps Osweiler, who had 185 yards passing. Jacksonville's played everybody tough. 6 is a lot. Jackson's going to stop the run. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take Jacks at home. Oh, it's at Houston. I am taking Houston.
Okay, Houston, we're the same on that game.
I'm
Houston
sorry.
At home, that's fine.
Yeah.
A Southern showdown will be interesting. Houston at home's the pick for both of us. The Donuts themselves, Cleveland, going up to Buffalo. They had an upsetting loss against the Steelers. I think Buffalo's going to bounce back big. 10 points, that's fine. I think 14 is the deciding factor. Buffalo at home for me. Rock, what do you think?
It's still going to be 0.
Okay.
Last week I said it might be 1. But it wasn't. So, Buffalo is a tough team, even though they're 6-7, and they're kind of out of it, and they're giving up 10 points. I don't see Cleveland scoring.
Okay.
I'd call this one about 17-0.
17-0, okay. We're the same on that game. Should be a high-scoring game for Buffalo then. Philly, after getting beat by the Redskins. How did that happen? I called that one.
Yes, you
Baltimore, who lost to the Patriots. Both teams off a loss. I think Baltimore at home will be the deciding factor. They're too good at home. Rock, what do you think?
Baltimore's 5-2 at home. Steve Smith's playing like an animal.
Yep.
Philly, they keep finding a way to lose.
Yeah.
They found a way to lose to Washington. They lost to the Cowboys in overtime. This is actually a pretty good team that doesn't know how to win. And guess what? They won't. Will Baltimore cover 6? Coin toss. Baltimore covers.
Baltimore covers. I think Baltimore covered just barely. I think it's a touchdown here.
Okay.
I am taking Tennessee to upset KC. KC's at home. They're tough at home. I think Tennessee's riding a high. Tennessee's for my team right now. Rock, what do you think?
Well, both teams need a win. Tennessee 7-6, Kansas City's 10-3, and they're in the tough AFC West with Oakland and Denver. Kansas City doesn't lose very often at home.
It's true.
And last week, we saw Alex Smith throw the ball downfield.
Yeah.
He's been the rink-eating passer. They're opening it up. They will beat Tennessee by at least 10.
Okay, so that 5-point spread seems to be a lot. I'll take Tennessee outright. That's how much I like them right now.
All righty then.
Awesome. Another interesting game, Indianapolis going to see Minnesota. Both teams trying to stay in the hunt at best. I'm taking Minnesota at home by a touchdown. Rock, what do you think?
Well, I think that Indy lost, and they've got to be... Well, we have 2 dome teams, so we don't have to worry about the weather.
Sure.
That said, Bradford, Adrian Peterson practiced.
Okay.
That probably gives them a little bit of humph.
Right.
Maybe AP will be back. Should we make the playoffs? at 7-6 that probably have to win out, and it's still going to be tough. But the Vikings will win and cover the 4 points.
Cover the 4 points. Sure, we're the same on that game. Another game that should be very interesting, in my opinion. Detroit will find a way to beat the Giants at home. I don't know, with Matt's dislocated finger, Giants off that big-time win over Cowboys. This one's tough for me. I'll take Detroit just as an underdog here. Rock, what do you think?
Well, you're getting 4 points, which, in my opinion, is not going to be enough. Matt Stafford's a Texas boy.
Yep.
It's cold. The Giants love the cold weather.
Yep.
They've been running the football. And this is one of those games where the Lions, they're not going to have that fourth quarter comeback because they're going to be down 17 points going into the fourth quarter.
Interesting.
I got the Giants as a lock.
Giants is your lock, huh?
One of them. I got a few this week, folks.
Like I said, an interesting game. We'll be split just for the sake of the show.
Alrighty then.
Another game that's going to be interdivision and quite interesting. Pittsburgh had a big snow day victory against Buffalo last week. Bell had a breakout game over 250 yards, if I remember correctly. Cincinnati squeaked one past Cleveland. I'm taking Pitt on the road. I'm taking it big time. 3 points, this isn't enough. Pitt by a touchdown. Rock, what do you think?
Yes, Pitt's 8-5. This is the time of the year they gel. Mike Tomlin knows these guys. Ben and my 3Bs are going to be there. Defense is picking up. Pittsburgh wins double digits.
Sure.
Lock.
Another lock. Locks. Two locks this week.
All right.
A team that I don't think is a lock. Drew Brees off an upsetting loss last week. Interceptions everywhere. Arizona, I think, will capitalize big time at home. Arizona's my pick. Rock, what do you think?
Well, yes, neither team is in it.
Yeah.
And I think Arizona has more to prove.
Yes.
They're at home. I mean, look at a year ago, Arizona and Carolina, where are they now, right? They're nowhere. So, I'm going to take Arizona at home. It's only a 2.5-point line, but Arizona wins the game by at least a field goal.
Certainly, that should be a pretty unanimous decision there. Cardinals, that's it. San Francisco going to see Matty Ice. This is a 14-point game, one of the bigger spreads this week. I'll take Matty Ice with or without Julio Jones. San Francisco just doesn't have it anymore. Their defense will give up a lot to Atlanta. Atlanta's my pick. Rock, what do you think?
Well, I think Atlanta will win this game. Let's talk about the line, though. Mm-hmm. It's large. Atlanta only gained 42 yards rushing versus the Rams.
Yep.
Now, Niners defense is, not so good.
Average.
14 points. Atlanta.
Atlanta? Sure, Atlanta on the coin toss. Okay, interesting. Belichick's commanding New England going to see Denver. This is usually a pretty premier game. New England here again. Denver just can't really find a rhythm. Simeon might throw a couple touchdowns, but New England will win here by the 3 points, even maybe by a touchdown. New England, I'm taking them. Rock, what do you think?
No Gronk, no Adam Amendola, and they sure didn't stop Brady with 3 touchdowns and 240 yards last week. New England's defense is better than a lot of people think. Once again, last year's game there, Denver won. The offensive production wasn't very much. Sure. Simeon did just throw for 300 yards, didn't he?
And they rushed for 18.
They rushed for 18. Good gosh. Rocky Mountain High, Denver.
Okay, we're split again. We'll see. I think Denver at home might find a way to pull it out, but I'm taking the Airbnb. That's Brady and Belichick. Oakland Raiders with Black Jack Del Rio charging into San Diego. San Diego playing for pride at best. Oakland and Derek Carr, I think, will take a W, even by a touchdown. I'm taking my dogs here. Oakland, Rock, what do you think?
Well, it's a surprise because it's only 3 points. I'm thinking, holy cow, 10-3. That said, San Diego's watching the films of Alex Smith throwing the ball downfield against the Raiders.
Sure.
Rivers has a lot of pride. He's one of those quarterbacks with a heart. 3 points. Gosh, if it was 6, I'd take it, but I got to take Oakland.
Sure.
Because it's only 3.
Right, I agree there. That's the Cali showdown. Oakland's taking that game away from the Chargers. A game that's interesting here. Tampa Bay, five-game winning streak, going to see Cowboys, who dropped a game to the Giants. Cowboys at home. This is their redemption match. We're back. Dak will find a way to get his passing back under control. Won't be so cold in Dallas. Rock, what do you think?
Okay. Ever since Tampa beat Kansas City on the road convincingly, I've been on them.
Yeah.
And I'll just say this. Dallas is coaching their first down every time they run on first down. They play too deep zone, even against Minnesota, where Bradford throws the ball for 6 yards.
The dump offs.
I don't like the coaching, okay? I think that Tampa's on a roll. I'm not going to say outright, but I'm going to say that they will cover the 7.
Cover the 7. I might agree with the spread, the covering. I think Dallas will be their own downfall if anything happens there with the coaching calls, as you said. Zeke is their big-time guy. He runs on first down. It's not always the best for their rhythm. I think they need to mix it up, and they'll find a way to win, hopefully by more than 7 points here.
Yeah, they have to play to win.
Yes.
Some people play not to lose, which is what the Cowboys have looked like. They were playing, well, let's not lose this game.
Cowboys of years past.
They could have lost to Minnesota. They could have lost to Philly. I mean, this team might not be as good as everybody thinks.
Well, I think they'll find a way to get back in that form they've been previous in this season.
Squeaker.
A squeaker,
Squeaker, yeah.
For that Monday night battle. Carolina going to see Washington. Redskins. Red hot Redskins. Kirk Cousins, over 4,000 yards already. I'm taking Cousins. I'm taking the Redskins. Rock, what do you think?
Well, that's a 6-point line.
Sure.
Carolina, what a difference a year makes. Carolina beat them by 30 last year.
Woo.
They beat them by 30. Now, this is obviously a new Kirk Cousins. You got to figure with Washington at home, they're going to win the game. They're going to cover 6. Yes, they'll cover the 6.
They'll cover 6. I think Washington has too many receivers to be able to not be stopped by Carolina. I think they'll find a way to win. Big time at home, Monday night game, a lot on the line, a lot of people watching. Redskins at home to take the W.
Now, folks, shall we talk a little bit about the playoffs wild cards, or shall we wait till next week? Let's wait till next week.
Wait till next week. Comment below in the comments to decide if we talk about them today or next week. Thanks for watching NFL Week 15 with What Do You Think with Rock and Bear. Signing off.
Signing off, and happy holidays.